Hi guys, so today I just decided to sit down and film a video. All of a sudden, I'm not really interested in doing some lengthy intro, so I'm just gonna get into what I'm gonna talk about. So today I wanted to talk about some skincare products that I've been trying lately. Some of them I've been trying for months, some of them a couple weeks, but I'll let you know which ones I've been trying for longer. So I have mainly dry skin. Recently I've been trying to get rid of like dark spots on the sides of my cheeks, texture, mainly like on my forehead. Those are kind of like the main issues right now. If you didn't know, I did used to have severe acne on my forehead and like on my temples around here. So that's why I have like more dark spots in those areas. So I've been really trying to work on getting rid of that stuff. So before I continue, if you're a guy watching this, I just want to point it out that guys can care about skincare too. It's not just a girl thing. So anyone can benefit from learning about how to take care of their skin, especially when it comes to like sunscreen and sun damage and all of that. That can really contribute to aging and the possibility of skin cancer, obviously. So this information can be helpful to anyone. Also, before you go out and buy any particular thing that I talk about or any other YouTuber or influencer talks about, I just suggest you do your own research. You do what's best for your skin. Don't just take what I say at face value. You know, things that work for me might not work for you. Yada yada yada. Okay, so I've got like this giant basket of stuff right here. I didn't realize it was that much, but okay. I guess the first thing I'll talk about is cleansers. So I do have a video on my channel about Purity. This is the cleanser that I've been using for several years now. It doesn't necessarily have the best ingredients, but I personally have had a really good experience with this. It takes off makeup really easily, which I love in a cleanser because then I don't have to do as many steps. It smells pretty, I don't know, gentle. It doesn't really have like a strong smell or anything. This is probably like my 4th or 5th bottle of this size. So I have used a lot of this, but if you want more information on this, you can check out my video, which I'll put up here somewhere. But yeah, this is like basically the cleanser that I've always used, so I already know that that works for me. But recently I wanted to try out this cleanser, which is the, I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, the Ole Henriksen Face the Truth Gel Cleanser. This one, I think it says it removes makeup. I've only tried this a couple of times, but the thing I noticed the most about it is the scent. It smells really citrusy. I still have to test it out a bit more before I can really say how much I like it. So far so good. Nothing really crazy about it or unique. But like I said, the scent makes me kind of want to use it in the morning. So if I do end up washing my face or taking a shower in the morning, this is the one I usually use because it kind of wakes me up. And usually in the morning I don't have makeup on my face anyways. Or always. I never have makeup on my face in the morning. I wash that off before bed. Okay. Now this is one of those, what is it called? Balms. It's like one of those cleansing balms that removes your makeup. I really like this. I've been using this for a long time. It comes with like a little spatula. Mine looks kind of gross, but I have used quite a bit of it. I really like the scent of this. It kind of smells like limes in my opinion. It's very gentle and it completely takes everything off as far as makeup goes. And I usually would use this before my regular cleanser if I have a lot of makeup on, or I just feel like I really want to get a deep clean, get everything out of my pores and all of that. I heard Tati say that it left a film on her face. I don't really get that. And even if I did, like I said, I use this before a regular cleanser. I don't just use this as my all-in-one cleanser. This is only as kind of like the first step. So even if it did leave a film, like I wash it off with my next cleanser anyways, so that's not an issue for me. But if you're someone who wears makeup or a lot of sunscreen, or you are really active and you get really sweaty, I would recommend that cleansing balm. Now this next product that I've been trying actually isn't skincare necessarily. About maybe like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I don't know, I was noticing a lot of texture on my forehead, like those little tiny bumps that weren't really pimples that you could pop, but it was just a lot of texture. And I was using so many products, trying to get rid of it, trying to figure out what it was, and nothing was making it go away. So I started looking up more stuff on it, researching it, and I discovered a lot of videos from other YouTubers about, what's it called? I forget what it's called. It's like yeast acne or something like that. Fungal acne, that's what it's called. Okay, so they recommend using this, which is called Nizoral. It's a ketoconazole shampoo. It's an anti-dandruff shampoo. Now, when I first saw this in people's videos, I had no idea what it was. But once I kind of looked at the ingredients, I realized that this is basically the over-the-counter version of what my dermatologist used to prescribe for me, which was like mind-blowing because I haven't seen a dermatologist in several years because I just saw one when I had really severe acne and I stopped going after everything kind of resolved. But I did remember that when I was seeing my dermatologist, she would give me a prescription for this little itty-bitty bottle of shampoo that I would use in my hair. She told me to put it like on my forehead, and at the time I had acne on like my shoulders and my back, so she would tell me to kind of make sure I get it on my shoulders and my back too. And it was like this really like bright, vibrant red colored shampoo, and it smelled weird, and I didn't realize that this is basically the same thing. This one is blue, and I don't think it says it's non-prescription strength, so it's not as strong as a prescription that you would get from a doctor. Seeing as I didn't really want to go back to a dermatologist right yet, I just kind of wanted to see if I could resolve it on my own. I did try this out, and I've been trying it out for at least a month. And when I first got it, I started using it like every day for the first week. And then after the first week, I kind of tapered it off to where I would use it like every other day. Now I'm using it maybe like once or twice a week, but I definitely noticed a huge difference with this. I don't know if it was specifically because of this or if it was because of a combination of everything that I was using, but I really do think that this helped with the texture on my forehead because after a couple of weeks, my forehead was finally like smooth again. So if you do see a dermatologist, I would maybe ask about this if you think that you might have an acne problem situation similar to that. But like I said before, definitely do your own research. Make sure that this is suitable for your skin. It does dry out your skin a little bit. Anyways, I'm not an expert on this, so if you want to do more research on it, there's plenty of videos and things that you can read about this. So just try it at your own risk. Make sure that it's right for you before you buy it. Next, I'll be talking about some masks that I've been trying. I have definitely gotten more into masks in the past year or so, but I do have some clay masks that I have been trying out for a while. These are the Origins face masks. I have the black one, which is the active charcoal mask. The newer one, this is the green one called Hello Calm. It's relaxing and hydrating with cannabis sativa seed oil. And then I also have the pink one, which is the original skin retexturizing mask with rose clay. So I have been kind of periodically interchanging these, trying them out. They all do kind of different things. In general, clay masks all kind of basically provide the same treatment for your skin. They're only slightly different. But I do notice a few things in particular. With this, I just threw the mask. With this mask, the black one, I use it to target acne, or if I have active pimples somewhere on my face, this is the one that I reach for. I will say that I notice when I use this, it pulls out the gunk in my face, so then I usually have a couple more breakouts the following day after I use this. And I think that's what's happening is because of the charcoal in it, it's really pulling out the bacteria in your pores. It brings it to the surface, and it may make you break out for the next day. But after that first day, then like my face is really clear. I usually use this on like a Saturday or a Sunday or something. I don't really use this throughout the day, or I'm sorry, throughout the week. So I would recommend this one if you feel like you have some active acne or something, you kind of want to clear that up. The green one, which is the new cannabis mask. Okay, it's not intoxicating, but this one is really hydrating. It's more of like a soothing mask. I don't really notice anything crazy unique about this, except for like when I wash it off. my skin does feel really moisturized. I mean, it's nothing crazy special like I thought it was going to be because of the cannabis or whatever. I thought it was going to be some cool mask. I mean, it does smell really good. This also smells like lime, like the pharmacy cleansing balm I talked about. But yeah, nothing super crazy about this. I usually use that when my face is feeling really dry. And then lastly, I have this pink Original Skin mask. This one has like, not beads, but like, what would you say? It's kind of like sand almost. It's got like that gritty texture in it, and it helps to exfoliate my skin. So I usually use this when I feel like I've had some dry, flaky skin or some healing breakouts that were just a little bit flaky after they completely healed, stuff like that, or my skin is just looking really congested. This one is what I use for that, and after I use it, my skin usually feels super baby smooth. Another mask that I have tried is the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask in the little glass jar with the green lid and the yellow formula. I don't have the cardboard packaging that this came in that tells you what it's for, but I believe this one is for brightening. So you can see I have used quite a bit of this. It smells really good. The reason that I got this one is because I previously tried the red clay one and I loved that one. I don't know what it was about that particular mask, but it did something to my skin that nothing else, no other like clay mask has done. It made it super smooth and soft. Okay, so my camera just died, and so I went downstairs and I made myself a little snack, and I put a bunch of sriracha on. I made like a wrap, and now my mouth is on fire. So if I look a little different, or if I'm licking my lips a little bit, it's because my mouth is on fire right now. Anyways, back into the video. Basically, this one is alright, but I prefer the red one from L'Oreal. I'm one of those people that I thought toners were completely useless, because in the past I have tried toners and I was kind of like, they're alright, but I don't really notice anything dramatic from using them. I think part of that is because, one, might not have been using the right ones, and two, because I think with a lot of skincare you have to use things consistently over time before you notice any differences, and I will just use something like once or twice and then discount it. So I've been trying these two toners for a while now. The first one is this Pixie Rose Tonic. You can see that it's almost gone. I just have the little bottle. I wasn't really expecting too much with this. I do like to use this in the morning because I don't like washing my face in the morning, at least not every morning, especially if I did some like intense skincare the night before. I don't like to go overboard because my skin will dry out very quickly if I wash my face too much. So when I do wake up in the morning, instead of washing my face, I'll just put this on a little cotton pad and just kind of do a quick wipe down of my skin. And it's crazy because this comes out clear onto the cotton pad, and when I am done wiping my face, the cotton pad is no longer clear, let me tell you. It's got like a yellowish tint to it, which sounds kind of gross, but that means that, you know, whatever was on my face, like if I didn't use this to get it off, it would have been just sitting there being all gross and stuff. So I like to use this in the morning just to kind of quickly wipe off my face without drying it out. This one is the Fresh Rose Toner, which is basically the more expensive version of this. This I got from Sephora, and I heard a lot of good things about it. It's got actual rose petals in it, and it's supposed to be hydrating, and it's supposed to soften your skin. This one I primarily use at night. Like I said, when I used this toner in the beginning, I didn't think much of it. I expected such great things from using it, but once I started using it, I wasn't really blown away. But I've recently been watching James Welsh on YouTube, so shout out to James. He has a great YouTube channel all about skincare, and it is so refreshing to see a man so passionate and interested in skincare. So like I was saying before, men can do this too. Men can care about skincare, okay? He was talking a lot about Korean skincare and how to use toners, how to use essences and stuff like that. And I don't personally have an essence, But he said one of the things you can do to kind of like use your toner, get the best results from your toner and kind of use it as a toner and an essence, is to put this on a cotton pad first, wipe down your face, and then without a cotton pad, just put some in your hand and like pat it into your skin for extra hydration. And I actually think that that is a good way to use this. I feel like I have seen much more noticeable results from doing it that way. I still have a long way to go with this. The only complaint I have with this is that sometimes when I go to dump it out of the top, the rose petals get stuck in the little spout and nothing will come out, because you can see there's like a little hole at the top. The rose petals will get stuck in there and it's really annoying. So even though it looks nice, I don't know, it's kind of annoying to have those get stuck in the top, but first world problems, I guess. Similar to toners, I have tried a couple of face sprays. And this is one of those things where I did not want to spend like $30–40 on something to just spray on my face. So for these, I went on Amazon. These are pretty cheap. This is the Lumen Finland Nordic Sea Glow Refresh Hydrating Mist. So this is mainly a vitamin C mist. Like I said, I got this off of Amazon. I believe it was probably like $12 to $14, I think. It was relatively cheap. This one, I love the mist on this one. It's a super, super fine mist. And when I first used it, I was like, is this working right? Because I couldn't even feel the mist falling on my face. That's how fine it was. So I'll spray it. Maybe you can see it. Oh yeah, that was so fine. Oh, it smells great. It smells citrusy. Kind of like the Truth Serum, or I'm sorry, the Truth Cleanser by Ole Henriksen. This is the Mario Badescu spray. It's just the original aloe, cucumber, and green tea spray. I think this is pretty popular. You see it everywhere. This one I'm not super like blown away by. I think it's only like $8, so it was pretty cheap. It just smells kind of like aloe, and it's a very gentle, soothing scent. I usually use this one after I've done like an intense clay mask, or like after I've used like the black mask or something. My face is maybe a little bit red, just to kind of like soothe my skin. This one I would mainly use like in the morning for like brightening, hydrating purposes. This one is more like a soothing kind of spray. They're both like alright. I wouldn't say that they're absolutely necessary to a skincare routine. They're just kind of like something to be extra with. I have tried the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. This is what that looks like. It kind of goes along with the Rose Toner. This is a thick, kind of like a night cream. It's not marketed as a night cream, but I would consider kind of like a night cream because it is so thick. It smells very lightly of roses. It's not overpowering. It feels like kind of like silky, a silky texture. It's got this little lid thing on the top. You can see I've pretty much used this whole jar. I only have a little bit left. I usually use this at nighttime as like I said, my heavy night cream as my last step. When I first started using this, I absolutely loved it. I've been using it for a while, but lately, now that I'm almost down to the bottom of the jar, it's not really my favorite. I would say because it is so thick, it's more of like an occlusive, something you put over top of a moisturizer to kind of seal it in, as opposed to something that actually hydrates itself. Because I can use this and really slather it on. It'll soak in, but once it's soaked in, my skin doesn't really feel super hydrated. It just feels like protected, if that makes sense. Another thing about this is that it makes my skin feel really sticky, and I don't like that. I like when a moisturizer kind of like glides over your skin and soaks in really nicely, and then it feels kind of like a drink of fresh water, like your skin is really freshly hydrated. This is almost like too thick and sticky, and my skin doesn't really feel super great after I use it. I mean, like, it feels good, but I don't like the stickiness, so I would usually use this at nighttime when I'm going to bed, and it doesn't really matter. But I probably won't repurchase this as it was very expensive. This is something new that I have gotten. This is something I have been using in the morning. It is the Peach Slices Citrus Honey Aqua Glow Hydrating Moisture Gel. An Asian skincare brand. I think it's either Asian, Korean, I'm not sure. It's kind of like the younger, marketed towards the younger audience of the original company, Peach and Lily. I think that's what it's called. But I saw this online, like on Instagram and some other website when I was looking up skincare and stuff. And I thought this looked really cute, and it looked like something light and fresh as opposed to the fresh moisturizer I've been using that was really thick. I wanted something a little bit more of a thinner consistency that I could wear in the morning and just be a little bit lighter. It says it has grapefruit, orange, honey extract to rebalance, soothe, nourish, and plump. The one thing that I like about this, it says it has ceramides in it. Another YouTuber that I watch is Dr. Dre. If you are interested in skincare, I would highly recommend you watch her videos because she is an actual dermatologist, so she is very knowledgeable about ingredients and all those confusing kinds of things that you hear about in skincare. And she talks about ceramides in the CeraVe brand. That brand has ceramides in it, and she talks about how great it is for your skin. So I saved my favorite for last. My favorite lately has been chemical exfoliants. Now, if you've been watching any kind of skincare videos or even like beauty gurus, chemical exfoliants have kind of been like all of the rage lately. The first one that I started using is the Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatment. So this one is pretty popular, or it's been talked about a lot. I've been using this one for months now, I think. It's been quite a while. So I usually use this a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week. I don't use it every night because I don't want to do it too much. This one is so powerful. It's very potent. When I first started using this, I couldn't get over the tingling in my face. Like, I will put this on a cotton pad and put it over my face, and when I'm done, within like 10 minutes, my face is like beet red because of what it's doing to my skin. And at first, I couldn't handle it. I was like, this is too much. I don't like the way it feels. So I used it once or twice, and then I stopped because I just didn't want to deal with it. You know, when I was watching videos and reading about it, they say you have to build up a tolerance to it. It's going to be really different for you when you first start using it. You just have to keep using it and it'll get better as you go. So that's what I did. I started using it more and more and more, and I've definitely built up a tolerance to it. It's not nearly as bad as it was when I first started using it. It's only like a slight tingling sensation now. My skin does get a little bit red, but it's nothing that I can't deal with. So I'll use this at night. In the morning, I usually feel like my skin is super smooth and glowy, and it has really helped with like congestion in my skin and texture, kind of like to smooth it out. So that's what I like this for. So because I liked that, I wanted to try the new toner that everyone's been talking about. This is the Ole Henriksen Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toner. Everyone and their mother has been talking about this on YouTube. I swear to God. Everyone's been saying that this is great for dark spots. And as I said before, I have a lot of pigmentation on the sides of my face due to past acne and breakouts. So, you know, I'm all for trying to minimize that pigmentation. Now, in comparison to the Tarte Tingling Treatment, it's like, this is nothing compared to the Tarte one. I don't know if it's just because this is a gentler formula or maybe I've just gotten so used to it, but this doesn't make my skin tingle at all. It doesn't make my skin red at all. I was expecting this to tingle and kind of like sting a little bit like the Tarte one does, but this one doesn't at all. As far as that goes, if you think that, you know, using a chemical exfoliant will be too much for you like this one, I would say try this one because this one seems to be a bit gentler than this one. Another difference between the two is that the Tarte one smells like straight vinegar. So if you're not into your face smelling kind of funky for a little while, go with this one because this one smells kind of like lemons. But anyways, I haven't been using this for very long. I got this at the Sephora VIB sale. So far, I haven't noticed anything significant, but I'll probably have to use it for a longer amount of time before I see any big difference. So I realized I kind of forgot to talk about this serum. This is the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. This is a vitamin C serum that I use all the time. I think this is my second or third bottle of this. This is great for like brightening my skin and makes my skin look really glowy, and it definitely helps with texture. I usually use this at night, but sometimes I'll use it in the morning if I want a little extra something. It smells great. It smells like oranges, and I love the packaging. It's so nice. You don't have to use any caps or anything. You don't have to pour anything out. It's just got this cool little notch where it goes open or close, and you just go like this. The only thing is that once you get to the bottom of the bottle, it's kind of hard to squirt those last bits out, so I will have to take the cap off and dump it out because this is expensive. I'm not wasting any of that, but this is a good serum if you're into like vitamin C and brightening effects and that kind of a thing. So basically those were all of my skincare products that I've been trying lately. So if you have any skincare recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any other questions about any of these products, or if you want me to go more into detail about any of them, or if you would like me to film like some kind of skincare routine video, let me know, leave me a comment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And like this video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!